Monk mode changed my life, and in 90 days, I went from almost making no money to making $10,000 a month. And so, in this video, I'm breaking down this video from Iman Gadzhi, which led me on the path to going down monk mode and giving you some advice from his Ask Iman, which is his AI tool. So you don't have to watch this long video and you don't have to go through all of the documentation and all of the videos that I did on his channel as well as other people's channels if you want to change your life in 90 days. So I have asked Ask Iman how to do monk mode step by step. So he says, listen up. Think Bruce Wayne leaving Gotham to train until he comes back unrecognizable. Monk mode is that season of intentional isolation and discipline where you strip distractions, install systems, and build leverage. It's not forever. It's just focused. It's a focused phase. Here it is, step by step. So if you've been thinking about this, if you feel stuck, and I still go through these periods where I'm like, okay, 30 days monk mode. I clear out all of the cobwebs. I do all of the things that are really difficult. I reset my dopamine levels. And then I start to find work enjoyable again. Because sometimes as entrepreneurs, we get so caught up in this delaying gratification thing. And then sometimes we get like overly correcting and then just flood ourselves with dopamine and go on holidays or whatever. And so this is like a good reset to come back. And so I've just come back from some time away, and I literally just got off a plane a couple hours ago. And so I am due for a monk mode reset, and it'll either be 30, 60, or 90 days. When I first did it, I did it for 94 days, and I highly recommend it. Like, you are just 90 days away from completely changing your whole entire trajectory of your life. And it sounds scary, but that time will pass anyway. Okay, so if you've been thinking about it, hopefully this is the video that sort of pushes you over the edge, because it's not forever. It's just for a short period. I would suggest start with 30 and go, if I feel good, I'll push to 60, because I couldn't commit. Like, I'm ashamed to say it, but I couldn't commit to 90 days off the bat. I said to myself, I'll give myself 30 days, because I could think 30 days. And I suggest you do the same. And then on day sort of 28, I'm like, I've got all this momentum. I look and feel amazing. Everything is on point. If I stop now, I'm missing that hockey stick, right? I've just sort of got that. And I'll break it down another time, exactly my whole story. But today is about you and using Iman's tool inside of his Monetize app, which you don't have access to anymore. You can't get Ask Iman. He doesn't sell it. So this is what you need to do. Step 1, define the season and single outcome. So pick a length, 30, 60, 90 days. Beginners do 30, killers do 90. I would suggest start with 30. Choose one primary outcome. So for me, it was to hit $10,000 a month. That's like, it was to hit $10,000 a month and say to my parents that I had made $10,000 and maybe pay for some things that they were doing. Write a clear metric and deadline so you know if you've won or lost. And then comes the hard part, where you set hard constraints that remove chaos. And what I'd like you to do is actually open up a Google Doc or get out your phone and write in the Notes app as you watch this video. And if you actually are doing this, then you are the real one. Sort of 4 minutes in, like, I'm not Iman Gadzhi. I don't get millions of views. And so if you are one of the subscribers and the viewers that comes back every day and you've been watching all of these videos, I appreciate you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Like, don't be shy. I reply literally to every single comment. If you feel this way and you're actually going to go through this, keep yourself accountable and leave me a comment below and publicly declare that you're actually going to do it and go through this process and actually get out the Notes app and write down the things that I'm saying, all right? So list 3 to 5 vices to cut for just that season. Typically, it's okay, so in my opinion, the non-negotiables are alcohol, alcohol, drugs. I don't know if I can say the P word. Corn. You know what I mean. Casual hookups and meaningless sex, and especially short form garbage content. Now, all the other stuff is sort of, you can take it or leave it. Many guys do, excuse me for being explicit, but they retain their seed for the whole period. I did that for 94 days. As a man, if you're watching this, as a man, I cannot explain what happens, but it changes you as a man. Ladies, I don't know what the equivalent is for you, but look, if you're a guy and you've never done a prolonged period where you retain whatever you need to retain, I don't want to get demonetized and I don't know what words I can say, but you know what I'm talking about. If you retain, there's some energy that's going. I'm not like a woo-woo crystal healer, but there's something that happens that I can't explain. You present with a different confidence. I don't even think it physically increases your testosterone. I just think that there's something else that happens. There's this outlet that you don't have, and so you're not soft and fuzzy and warm and you're hard and jagged and ready to go out and conquer the world. That's the feeling that you wake up with every day, and it's so much more effective if that's the feeling that you have, and you're able to redirect it from a sexual energy into work. So if you'd like to really do the proper monk mode, then that's what I would suggest, is to cut out alcohol, drugs, women, corn, frivolous meetings with friends, like anything that basically isn't working out, work, and that's it. Basically, everything else is off the table, is the proper monk mode. If you want to do it hardcore, you can do no sugar, no social media, at least no short form content. Mine was no short form content, delete Instagram, delete Facebook, delete YouTube, like zero short form content because it rots your brain. And then if I watch anything, so no Netflix, if I watch anything, it's a course on how to do something that I'm trying to do. So it's like an hour of watching Google Ads content where somebody's like, it's not a YouTube video, it's a course on how to do YouTube, how to run Google Ads. Or it is Alex Becker talking to me about how to rewire my dopamine, or it's a podcast, or it's an audio book. There's no entertainment. And so, anyway, that's a massive tangent, but define your line in the sand. Like, unless you define it, if you go, it's like when you get into an ice bath, most people go, I'll see how it goes. And it's like, no. When you get in the ice, your brain will tell you, oh my God, I need to get out right now, and you'll last 20 seconds. Whereas if you get in and you say, okay, I'm gonna commit for 3 minutes, and I'm not going to get out, you get in, you're much more likely to stay in, right? And so I see all these noobs doing it all the time. So if you're like, all right, next 30 days, no sugar, no this, no that, no this, no that, no that, then the line is drawn. And if you go over, you're the loser who did that, and you have to hold yourself accountable. If you'd like me to hold you accountable, you can obviously come inside the free school group here, and maybe I'll make so leave a comment beneath the post of this video. I'll leave it pinned here. Say that you are going to do 30 days and these are the things you're going to cut out, and I will keep you accountable. I'll make a record of it. I'll tell my team, hey, remind me every week to message so-and-so or even DM you, because I think it helps a lot. And if we're all doing it together, then, it's way, way, way easier. Install a daily protocol. So 20 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of visualization, 5 minutes of affirmations, This reprograms your state daily. So this is maybe a bit hardcore. What I would do is 10 minutes of meditation every day, writing down my goals, and then 4 hours of deep work, and then gym every day, and then come back and do another 4 hours, and then wake up and go to bed at the same time every day. It's a big one for me. It's something I'm hugely struggling with. You can see it's almost midnight here, and here I'm making these videos, and I've got probably 2 hours of client work to do, and I've got a full day tomorrow. And, anyway. Physical training. So I did gym every day. Sleep 7 to 8.5 hours. Fixed sleep even on weekends. That's a big one for me. Clean fuel. So 2 to 3 simple meals. I basically just had chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice, beef and rice, chicken and rice, chicken and rice, beef and rice. Or sweet potato. Like, no garbage, no sauces, no sugar, no processed, nothing. If it comes from a pack, get it out of here. Journaling. So my brother just gifted me a journal, which is pretty cool, actually. It has, let me show you. So it allows you just to, I don't know if you can see that, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces on the same day. So this is, what does that say? 20th of March. So on the 20th of March, for the next 5 years, there's a space for me to write basically one thought. And then I can compare. So here is going to be 2025. Here is 2026. 2027, etc., etc. And then I can see what I did on that day and how I was feeling. And so I'm actually going to do this. I've written in it already for a handful of days because I had some pretty cool experiences while I was away, and I wanted to sort of write them down. And I really appreciate it from my brother. And if you're watching, thanks, bro. Love you. Because it was my birthday a few weeks ago. So this is what he got me. And you know, super thoughtful, awesome gift, gave me an awesome pen. Anyway, so yeah, journal. It's not something that I did the previous time. I did make a bunch of video journals that I haven't posted, never will. And I think it's just important to get it out. Because it's hard, man. It's suffering. It's discipline. And you're going to have dopamine withdrawals, and you're going to have sugar withdrawals. And if you're, sex addict, you're going to have sex withdrawals. So it's hard. So writing these things down and speaking to somebody, that's why I'm like, join the free school group. It's completely free. There's more than 4,500 other business owners in here. I'll keep you accountable personally. So as long as you comment inside the post. So if this is the post, come in here, leave yourself a comment. Leave me a comment. And then engineer your environment to make discipline easy. So delete and block, just remove them. You do not have they have engineers that create these social media apps to be as addictive as humanly possible. You do not have the willpower and self-discipline. I don't care who you are. If you're David Goggins, you don't have the discipline to just not look at them. Just remove them from your phone, please. It'll help so much. And simple things like tracking your time, writing down a to-do list every day, working down that list is going to be just crazy for your productivity. Have a workspace that's clutter-free. I have multiple monitors. Add friction wherever you can. So if you delete Instagram from your phone and you'll access it from your computer, log yourself out, change the password, make the password a string of 15 random characters, and then put it somewhere in a vault, one of these password storers or something. Just like it's so inconvenient to go and open Instagram. There are all these apps that you can use. I've not used them, but maybe if you want me to review those, let me know as well, because my friends have talked about them. And yeah. And then social engineering. So tell your circle in a focused session, like set expectations, low replies, just like, hey, by the way, I'm going to be in a period of super focus. So please don't tempt me and ask me to come out and party with you, because I don't have any self-control and I might say yes. And I might reply to you just less often. Or if you're in the Dopamine Digital school group, publicly declaring it helps a lot. I think socializing with, like, what I did still do when I was in monk mode is ice bath. So on a Sunday, me and a group of guys would get together, we'd ice, we'd suffer, and we'd talk about business. And that was the thing that kept me sane and kept me going. Obviously, there's no alcohol, there's no women, there's no play. It's ice and suffering. And then a weekly scoreboard and review. So what I would do weekly with my friend is we would be in the same boat, and we would send each other out, this week is what we're going to do. These are all the things I need to accomplish. If I don't accomplish them, I owe you $50 per item. And it works. And then execution of the rules to prevent a relapse. So start your day with your highest leverage block. No inbox until first deep work. This is something that I need to implement now. Don't stack too many habits. Just master the core 5 first. So Iman calls it the brain gym, then deep work, then training, then sleep, then clean fuel. Weekends are not a chance for you to get cheat meals in. It's not a chance for you to skip the gym. It's not a chance for you to skip work. Even though no one else is working, you work, and the momentum picks up, and it's pretty crazy what you do. And then at the end of the session, keep the core system and reintroduce one thing at a time. If it drags numbers down, remove it. So what I did is at the end of 30 days, I went out and I went out with a friend, and I socialized with them, and I watched a movie. And it was like the most wonderful experience ever, because I'd not consumed any, John Wick was out, and it was about to leave cinemas, and I'd ended 30 days. So I'm like, okay, take 1 day reset and then go back into the 90 days. I still didn't eat a big bag of popcorn and Skittles or whatever and do all of that, but that was the one little treat and reward that I allowed myself, and that helped me a lot. So take 3 to 7 days to deload, then begin a new session with a single new outcome. I think it can be as little as a day, and then go back into it. So lastly, here are some common pitfalls and fixes that most people make. Some like mistakes most people make is setting vague rules. So like actually write them down. Like I took out a real life book, and I opened it up, and I took a real life pen, and I wrote in my real life hand, because it's more effective. But if you're using notes, that's fine too. But ideally, you have a pen and a paper. And for all of those of you who don't understand my New Zealand accent, I'm saying a P-E-N, pen, whatever. The writing tool. And write the things down that you're going to give up. Write the non-negotiables. Write the things that you're going to start doing. Write the number one thing that you need to accomplish. Write the time frame that it's going to be done in. And I would add in as well to write a line of, write a line that you can tell yourself when it's hard. So, like an affirmation that you can say out loud when it gets hard. And then no accountability makes it really difficult, because in your lowest moments, you'll go, who's going to know? Then, insert meme. No one's going to know. They're going to know. How would they know? And then trying to do too many things. So the biggest mistake is trying to add too many things. Most of you need to remove all the things and then add in just 2 or 3 like high leverage things and make those habits. Remove triggers. Don't rely on willpower. And then it's easier to get sucked into a weekend, because that's what we've been taught. And so I would suggest if you want to do monk mode, then you should go through and actually do all of these things. Define a session, set hard constraints, install a daily protocol, engineer your environment to make discipline easier, also engineer your social circle, and even if you can find like an outlet where you and your buddy are doing monk mode together, and you get together on a Sunday, and then you debrief and you talk about the week, and you set new goals, and then you keep each other accountable. If you don't have that, join the Dopamine Digital free school group, link below, for free. There's no catch. And then review with your friend weekly. Track everything. I know it's a pain in the butt, but track it. Trust me, it helps a lot. And then the way you go about your day makes a big difference on whether or not you will actually accomplish the thing. And then give yourself an exit plan, and don't do more than 90 days. So if you want to do like me, do 30 days first. Give yourself one day where you do something that's sort of, it's not crazy naughty, but it's like you allow yourself one treat. Mine was a movie. And then after that, back into monk mode. And because I seen the results, and then I rode it all the way up to $10,000. And so you can too. I don't think it's that difficult. Iman has taught, Iman's ideas, it's not an original thought. Sam Ovens has a video called You Must Develop Monk-Like Discipline, I think, which is basically similar to the monk mode protocol. Iman's just sort of branded it really nicely, and, fair play to the man. So if you found this video useful, please let me know. Make sure you like, subscribe, helps this little channel a lot. And, sometimes I make videos that aren't specifically about like tactical business stuff, but it's more the stuff outside like this. And so if you enjoy this, I always love hearing that. So make sure you tell me. Otherwise, I have left a video here on the screen for you to check out next. Make sure you watch that one, because the algorithm loves it when you watch multiple videos back to back. It lets YouTube know that I make good content. So click it and just leave it playing in the background. What do you got to lose? If you want to help me out, I'd appreciate that. Click it. All right. Good luck.